Hello children, today I am here to teach you chapter 15 in your textbook, that's length. We will discuss here, identify the units that are used to measure length, identify the relationship between the different units of measuring length and the perimeter of the rectilinear plane figures. So we'll see what we have to learn about length. If I ask you, what is the length of your classroom? What is the breadth of the teacher's table? What is the height of the wall in your sitting room? How shorter is your sister than you? What is the thickness of the mathematics textbook? What is the circumference of a pencil? Is swimming pool high in depth than a fish tank? What is the distance from Galle to Colombo? So what can you say about this? So all these are related to one thing. So what are the mathematical words in the above questions? When you take mathematical words, that's length, in the first question. Second one, breadth. Third one, what's the mathematical term? Height. We are talking about a height. How shorter is your sister than you? How shorter? What is the thickness of the mathematics book? Thickness. What's the circumference of a pencil? Circumference. Is swimming pool high in depth? Depth. And what is the distance from Galle to Colombo? So distance. All these are related to one thing. So all these are about a length. Do you get the same idea from those questions? Do you agree or not? We agree and we see all about lengths. Write down 3 instruments that use in measuring lengths. So when you want to measure the breadth of the table, so you can take a meter ruler, or sometimes you can take a measuring tape. And when you want to measure a small thing, you can use your ruler in the geometry set, 15 centimeter ruler. So those instruments we can use to measure lengths. Units in length. Millimeter. So how we write millimeter? M. Centimeter, cm. Meter, m. And kilometer, km. Depend on the size of measuring object, units should be taken accordingly. So you can change it. If you want to measure a small distance, small length, you can use millimeters. A bigger one, you can take either meter or kilometers. What is the suitable unit to measure width of a fingernail? That's very small. So, millimeter is suitable. What is the suitable unit to measure length of a pencil? So, length of a pencil this much. So, centimeter. What is the suitable unit to measure length of a classroom? So classroom is little bit bigger than that. So we can use meters. What is the suitable unit to measure distance from Colombo to Galle? That's very big. So we can use kilometers for that. Relationship between millimeters and centimeters. When you take your ruler in your geometry set, 15 centimeter ruler, look at how many gaps in between 0 to 1. You will see very small 10 gaps are there. So 1 gap means 1 millimeter. So 10 gaps are there. So 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. So other way around. So what is 1 millimeter? Represent 1 over 10 centimeters. So you have to divide by 10 when you want to convert millimeters to centimeters. Relationship between centimeters and meters. We know when you take 100 centimeters, you get 1 meter ruler. So 1 centimeter means 1 over 100 meters. So what's the conversion centimeters to meters? You have to divide this by 100. Then relationship between meters and kilometers. So 1000 meters is 1 kilometer. So 1 meter means 1 over 1000. So when you convert meters to kilometers, you have to divide this by 1000. So remember this conversion. Write down 4 situations that you need to measure length. So when you want to fit tiles to a room, so we need to measure the length of the room and the breadth of the room. So tiling, when tiling, you need to measure. Measure length and breadth of the room. Then if you want to measure your height, measure height. And if you want to measure the length of the road, how far from here to here? So length of a road. And what about if you want to put a fence around your land? So you need to measure the length around the land. Measure length around the land to put a fence. So those are some situations. You can write more. Look at this one. The figure shows part of 15 centimeter ruler. So this is 0 to 1. So that is zoomed. The distance from 0 to 1 is 1 centimeter. So this is 1 centimeter in the gap. So there are 10 gaps are there and 9 lines. So each part, this one is 1 millimeter. So there are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. Convert centimeters to millimeters. What you do? Multiply by 10. So multiply by 10, 2 times 10, 20 millimeters. 3 into 10, 30 millimeters. 5 multiply by 10, that's 50 millimeters. And 7 times 10, that's 70 millimeters. So what we do when you want to convert centimeters to millimeters, we multiply this by 10. Meters will convert to centimeters. So what we do? We multiply by 100. So 2 times 100, 200 centimeters. 3 into 100, 300 centimeters. 4 into 100, 400 centimeters. And 5 into 100, 500 centimeters. 7 into 100. All these are in meters. I'm converting to centimeters. 9 into 100, that's 900 centimeters. So when you want to convert meters to centimeters, we multiply by 100. How many centimeters in 3 meters 60 centimeter length? So you get meter as well as 60. So what is 3 meters means? 3 times 100. That's 300 centimeters are there. So 3 meters and 60 centimeters means 300 plus 60. 360 centimeters are there altogether. Now we'll take this one. How many centimeters in 7 meters and 25 centimeter length? 7 meters means 7 times 100. That's 700. So 700 plus this 25. 725. What's the unit? Centimeters are there. Similar to that question, 9 meters and 13 centimeters. So we can convert 9 meters to centimeters first. Multiply by 100. You get 900 centimeters. So 900 and the other 13, when you add it, 913 centimeters are there. Convert 300 centimeters to meters. Now other way around. So what you do? You have to divide by 100. So when you divide 300 by 100, you get 3 meters. Now do the same thing. 600 centimeters convert to meters. Divide by 100. You get 6 meters because these two zeros get cancelled out. Convert 6,700 centimeters to meters. Same thing, you divide by 100. 2 zeros get cancelled out and you get 67 meters. Next one, 4,300. Divide by 100. 43 meters are there. When converting centimeters to meters, we divide the number by 100. Convert 385 centimeters to meters and centimeters. So what we can do, 385 I can split. 300 plus 85. Then 300 I can divide by 100 to convert to meters. But 85, I can keep it. So that means 3 meters and 85 centimeters. Adding, we can straight away write 3 meters, 85 centimeters. Look at this one. Convert 980 centimeters to meters and centimeters. I can write this as 900 plus 80. All these centimeters. I want to convert 900 to meters. Divide by 100. And I want to keep this centimeter as it is. This becomes 9 meters and 80 centimeters. So when you write together, I can write 9 meters, 80 centimeters. Look at this one. Convert 70 millimeters to centimeter. Millimeters to centimeters, you have to divide by 10. So 70 divided by 10, you get 7 centimeters. 90 millimeters to centimeters, divide by 10. You get 9 centimeters. 60 millimeters to centimeters, 60 divided by 10. You get 6 centimeters. 79 millimeters to centimeters. So here you can write 79 millimeters. So 70 millimeters plus 9 millimeters. Now if you want to convert, this is to centimeter and both millimeters, we can divide this by 10 and write down 7 centimeters and 9 millimeters. So I'm writing 79 millimeters to both centimeters and millimeters. Convert following lengths to millimeters. So what you do? You multiply by 10 millimeters, so that's 90 millimeters. 8 centimeters, 7 millimeters to, we'll find out how many millimeters are there. 8 centimeter means 8 times 10. And this 7 millimeters, when you add it, what happens? 8 times 10, 80. And this 7, you get 87 millimeters altogether. 35 centimeters and 6 millimeters. So 35 centimeters and 6 millimeters, we can separate it. This one I can multiply by 10 to convert to millimeters. This is 6 millimeters. So 350 plus 6, all in millimeters. So 356 millimeters. So you can keep millimeters there, and only centimeters you can translate to millimeters by multiplying this by 10. Convert following lengths to centimeters and millimeters. So 135, I can write 130 and 5. Now we'll convert this to centimeters. What you do? I have to divide this by 10. What happens? 1 0 get cancelled out. 13 centimeters and 5 millimeters. You can straight away write 13 centimeters, 5 millimeters. 285 millimeters. How can I write? 280 plus 5, both in millimeters. This is also in millimeters, this is also in millimeters. This one I can divide by 10 and convert to centimeters. 1 0 get cancelled out. 28 centimeters and 5 millimeters. I can write 28 centimeters, 5 millimeters, like that. Convert 7.3 centimeters to millimeters. So what's the conversion? We have to multiply by 10. 7.3 multiplied by 10. So when you are multiplying by 10, what you do? You move the decimal place 1 place to the right. So 73 millimeters are there. Convert 8.7 centimeters to millimeters. Same thing. So I can just write, if you are not okay straight away, I can write 8 centimeters and 0.7 centimeters. I can split. So what you do? 8 times 10. 0.7 times 10. Both you have to multiply by 10. You get 80 here. This one you get 7. 80 plus 7, 87 millimeters. So you can straight away do by moving the decimal place one place to the right. This is, if you do separately, you get the same answer. So what's the relationship between meters and kilometers? 1000 meters is 1 kilometer. So 1 meter is 1 over 1000 kilometers. So when you want to convert meters to kilometers, we divide this by 1000. So convert 4 kilometers to meters, other way around. Kilometers to meters, we multiply by 1000. 4000 meters. 4 kilometers, 450 meters to meters. So 4 kilometers, I can separate with 450 meters. How you convert 4 kilometers to meters? You multiply by 1000. This one 450 as it is. This becomes 4000 and this is 440. When you add it together, 4,450. 4,450 meters altogether. When converting kilometers to meters, multiply by 1000. Convert 5 kilometers and 275 meters to meters. So I can split like this. This one I can multiply by 1000 and write 5000 meters. Here 275. Now both in meters. So that means I can write this is in meters, this is in meters. I can just add it together. 5000 and 275. Answer is 5275 meters. Convert 6000 meters to kilometers. Other way around. You divide by 1000. 3 zeros get cancelled out. You can write 6 kilometers. 3475 meters to kilometers and meters. So I'll split it. 3475. How you convert this to kilometers? I can divide this by 1000 and keep this as it is. Here I can write 3 kilometers and 475 meters. Without writing addition, I can write 3 km and 475 meters. Convert the following measurements to millimeters at once. So what do? Multiply by 10. 1 times 10, 10 millimeters. 7 times 10, 70 millimeters. 16 times 10, 160 millimeters. Now look at this one. Both centimeters and millimeters are there. So we'll multiply this by 10 and add it together. 120 plus 3, 123 millimeters. You can do that at once now. 8 centimeters into millimeters, multiply by 10. 80 plus 9, 89 millimeters. 17 multiply by 10, 170 plus 6, 176 millimeters. So try to convert at once. Only centimeters we multiply by 10. Convert the following measurements to centimeters at once. So what do? We divide by 10. Millimeters to centimeters, we divide by 10. 80 divided by 10. What's the value? 80 divided by 10, that's 8 centimeters. 130 divided by 10. 0 get cancelled out. 13 centimeters. 140 divided by 10. 14 centimeters. 530 divided by 10 means 0 get cancelled out. 53 centimeters. 440 divided by 10, 0 get cancelled out. 44 centimeters. 670 millimeters divided by 10, 67 centimeters. Convert the following measurements to centimeters at once. Meters to centimeters. What's the conversion? Multiply by 100. Multiply by 100 means put 2 zeros. 1 becomes 100. 3 becomes 300. 11 becomes 1100. Put 2 zeros. 22 becomes 2200. 37 becomes 3700. And 43 becomes 4300 centimeters. Convert the following measurements to meters at once. So what's the conversion? You have to divide this by 100. When you divide this by 100, 2 zeros get cancelled out. So when you divide by 100, this becomes 2 meters. Cancel out the 2 zeros, 7 meters. Cancel out the 2 zeros, you get 9 meters. 1200 centimeters. Divide by 100, 12 meters. 2300 divide by 100, 23 meters. And 4400 divide by 100, 44 meters are there. Convert the following measurements to centimeters and millimeters at once. So 248, I can just write 240 plus 8. And this one I can divide by 10. So 24 centimeters and 8 millimeters. 145 I can split to 140 plus 5. So that means 14 centimeters and 5 millimeters. This one 356. 350 plus 6. 35 centimeters and 6 millimeters. 442 millimeters. I can convert as 440 plus 2. Divide this by 10. So 44 centimeters and 2 millimeters. 529. 520 plus 9. So this becomes 52 centimeters and 9 millimeters. Convert the following measurements to meters and centimeters at once. So what we do? Again split it and divide by 100 to get meters. I can take 100 plus 48. Divide by 100 means 1 meter and 48 centimeters. This one 300 plus 57. 357. Divide this by 100, that means 3 meters and 57 centimeters. 654. I can write 600 plus 54. Divide this by 100, that's 6 meters and 54 centimeters. 279 centimeters. I can write 200 plus 79. 200 divided by 100 is 2. That's 2 meters and 79 centimeters. 887, I can write as 800 plus 87. So you get 8 meters and 87 centimeters. So when you split into hundreds, it's easy to divide by 100. Write the following measurements in ascending order. You have to look at the units, all units in centimeters. So we can straight away find out the smallest is 13, then 28, 37 and 54. All units in centimeters. This one different. So you have to convert to the same unit, or just think about millimeters is the smallest. We can write that down. Then centimeter one. Then meter, and this one is kilometer. Next one, meters also, they are centimeters. So we have to first take centimeter one. Which one is smaller? Out of these two, 240 is the smallest. Then 540. This one, which one is smaller? Meters, 71 or 83? 71. And then 83. Measure the length of the triangle ABC. So you have to measure AB, BC, AC. So we need a ruler for that. So take the ruler and we'll measure first AB. Keep the ruler on top of AB line, and now you can measure from here to here. So I'm measuring in centimeters, 5.2. 5 big ones and 2 small lines are there. So 5.2 centimeters. Or you can write 5 centimeters and 2 millimeters as well. But if you are writing in centimeters, 5.2 centimeters. BC. So I keep the 0 point on B and I can extend this. So here to here, I get 11.1. 11 centimeters and 1 millimeter, 11.1 centimeters. Now I want to measure CA. What I can do, I can keep this 0 point on A and then rotate the ruler. Okay, so keep on top of A the 0 point and try to measure correctly. Here to here. So I get 9.2. 9 centimeters and 2 millimeters. I can write 0.2 centimeters. Draw AB 4.2 centimeter line segment using the ruler. So what you can do, you can take the ruler and first draw a line. So I can mark this point 0 here, just at this point, that's A. 4.2 centimeters. So that means here to 4.2. Here, 4 centimeters and 2 millimeters. And then I can mark this point as B. So, A here, B. This is 4.2 centimeters. Draw PQ is 5.7 centimeter line segment using the ruler. I can mark the point here and then 5.7. So 5.7 is here. So I can remove the ruler and mark this point. So that's PQ. P here, this is Q, 5.7 centimeters. Another one, draw XY 9 centimeters. So first I can mark this point, 0 point, and 9 centimeters from here up to here. So I can mark this point X and Y. This one Y, X, this is 9 centimeters. So that's how we draw line segments using a ruler. Estimating length. So sometimes we can't measure exactly. So we can estimate a rough value. Distance between two light posts is approximately 50. So not given exactly. So two light posts are there. So the gap in between is 15 meters. That's roughly. Find the distance between 31 light posts. So 31 light posts are there. Now you need to think about carefully. Number of light posts are 31. So how many gaps are there when you get 31 posts? Not 31 gaps. Think about 2 posts, you get 1 gap. Here is 50 meters, that's given. Distance between 2 light posts is 50. But what's the distance between 31 light posts? 30 gaps are there. 30 gaps are there, not 31, into 50. So when you take the gap between 2 light posts, 50. There are 30 gaps like that for 31 light posts. So when you multiply, you get 1,500 meters. Thickness of a book is 3 centimeters. So thickness of a book is 3 centimeters. If a pile of books contains 35 books, find the height of the pile. So all the books put together like as a pile. So thickness of a book is 3 centimeters. So what about 35? So there you get 35 times that. 3 times 35. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 10. 105 centimeters are there. There are 30 steps in a staircase. 30 steps. If the height of one step is 12 centimeters, find the height of staircase in meters. So what's the height of one step? 12 centimeters. So how many steps are there? 30. So height of 30 steps means you multiply by that. So this is in centimeters. 0, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 1, 3. Now they are asking the value in meters. So what you do? Centimeters to meters. We divide by 100. So what you get when you divide by 100? Take the decimal place 2 places to the left. 3.6 meters are there. The distance between two wire poles is 3 meters. So distance, again like light post, the distance between two wire poles is 3 meters. If there are 35 wire poles around a land, find the total distance around the land. What's the distance between two wire poles? That's 3 meters. Number of gaps between poles? 35 wire poles are there, so 34 gaps are there. Total distance between 35 poles is 3 times 34. That's in meters. So we can find out, multiply this, 3 times 4, 12, 1 remaining. 3 times 3, 9 plus 1, 10. 102 meters. Height of a brick is 6 centimeters. Find the height of 20 such bricks when you keep one on top of the other. Height of one brick is 6 centimeters. There are 20 such bricks. So 6 into 20. 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 2, 12. So 120 centimeters are there. Now we'll talk about what's perimeter is. Perimeter is the outer distance of a closed plane figure. So when you take any closed figure, so you have to add all these lengths. That's the perimeter. You can take any shape. So this is a closed figure. So you can start from here, go round and come back to this position. That's called the perimeter. So what's the unit of perimeter? So this is about a distance. You are measuring the length. So you are using the same units as lengths. Depend on the size, consider the appropriate units. If it's a big one, you can take meters or kilometers. If it's a small distance, you can take centimeters or millimeters. Write down suitable units to measure perimeter of a side of following figures. So matchstick box. So we want to find out perimeter of one side. So that's very small. We can use millimeters. Geometry box. You can use centimeters for that. Room, you can use meters. And land, it's big, so kilometers. Find the perimeter of the following triangle. You have given 3 lengths, so start from one place and go around. So you can add 12, 9 and 15. So what's the answer? 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, 1 remaining and 3. So 36 centimeters is the perimeter of this triangle. Just add round of the closed figure. 12 plus 9, 21, 21 plus 15, 36. Look at this one, find the perimeter of the given rectangle. So you have to add all these lengths. Total lengths of the two sides. So 16 and another 16. This and this. 16 plus 16. You get 32. What about breadth? Total breadth of two sides. This is 8. This is 8. 8 plus 8. That's 16 centimeters. So what's the perimeter? You have to add these two. 32 plus 16, you get 48 centimeters. Find the perimeter of the square. Square means all sides are equal. So length of one side is 11. That's 11 centimeters. So the perimeter, you add 4 times 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11, or what's the easiest way? 11 times 4. That's 44 centimeters. You multiply by 4. Find the perimeter of a square of side length 23.3. So length of one side 23.3. So multiply by 4. 23.3 multiplied by 4, you get the perimeter. So how you multiply? Without considering the decimal, just multiply by 4. 4 times 3, 12. 1 remaining. 4 times 3, 12 plus 1, 30. 1 remaining. 4 times 2, 8 plus 1, 9. Now there's 1 decimal place, so you keep 1 decimal place there. 93.2 centimeters. Find the length of one side of a square if the perimeter is 24.8 centimeters. Other way around. So perimeter is given now. How we find out one length? We divide by 4 because you get all sides equal and there are 4 sides. So divide by 4. 4 times 6. So I'll do long division. 4 times 6, 24. 0 remaining. And you take 8. Decimal point you keep as it is in a column. 4 times 2, 8. Till you get 0, you divide. 6.2 centimeters is the length of one side. Find the perimeter of an equilateral triangle if one side is 11.3 centimeters. Equilateral means all sides are equal in length. One side is 11.3. So one side is 11.3 centimeters. How we find out the perimeter? Multiply by 3. Ignore the decimal, just multiply by 3. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 1, 3. Now put 1 decimal place. So 33.9 centimeters is the perimeter of this equilateral triangle. Find the perimeter of the following figure. 12, 12 is there. Do you know? I want to take this length here. This length I'm taking here. This length I'm taking upwards. So what you get actually when you take this one, this is same as a square. This is 12, this is 12, this side is also 12, this is also 12. So what's the perimeter of this figure? That means 12 times 4. 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 1, 4. What's the unit? Centimeters. So I just shift this length to here, this length to here, then you get a square. Look at this figure, find the perimeter. So like before, I want to shift this length to here. What I get? I get the perimeter of the rectangle and I have to add just 3 and 3. So what is the perimeter of the whole figure? 6 plus 12. Again 6 plus 12. So that means this one, this one, this one, this one. Now 3, 3 extra. So you have to 3 plus 3, 6. 12 plus 6, 18. 12 plus 6, 18 plus 6. 8 and 8, 16. 16 plus 6, 22. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. 42 centimeters. Again, 12, 12, 24. 24 plus 12. What is 24 plus 12? You get 36 and extra 6. You get 42 centimeters for the perimeter of this figure. Look at this question. Breadth of a rectangle is 15 centimeters. If length is twice as breadth, find the perimeter. So what's the breadth now? Breadth is given 15 centimeters. Length is twice the breadth. That means 15 times 2. 30 centimeters. So how we find out the perimeter of a rectangle? 15 plus 30. Again 15 plus 30 or multiply by 2. First we'll do 15 plus 30 and then multiply by 2. So you get 45 here. 45 times 2, 90 centimeters is the perimeter of the rectangle. Now we'll add centimeters, meters. So when you are adding, it's easy to write in a column. So how you add? So you need to make sure if it's 100 centimeters, you have to take that one to meters as 1 meter. 100 centimeters, 1 meter. So we'll add 4 plus 2, 6. 2 plus 1, 3. So that's 36. 3 plus 1, 4. 9 plus 7, 16. So 164 meters and 36 centimeters. Add these two. 4 plus 2, 6. 2 plus 1, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 7 plus 1, 8. That's also straightforward question. Now we'll look at the exercises and examples in your textbook. Exercise 15.1. Write 5 examples for situations where information is given using each of the following. Where you measure height. Height of a person. Height of Kevin. So if the person is Kevin, height of Kevin. Then if you want to measure the height of a chair, height of a chair. Height of a mountain. So it's useful to know what's the height of the Everest. That's the highest mountain. Height of the mountain. Then height of a person, height of chair, height of TV antenna. And height of a pole if you want to attach a flag. So height of a pole. One, two, three, four, 5. That's enough. Now depth. Depth, how can we measure? Depth of the well. Then depth of the fish tank. And depth of a river. And what else? Depth of the swimming pool. That's we need to know before we jump into the pool. of the swimming pool. And depth of the pond. So you can write any 5. Width. So width of something. Width of a chair. Width of the table. Then you take your book. What's the width of your textbook? What's the width of the whiteboard? And one more, width of the door. Thickness. Thickness of a book. And thickness of a wire. What else? Thickness of a newspaper. Thickness of a newspaper. And thickness of a glass. And thickness of a metal sheet. So you can write any 5. Example number 1. The diagram shows how the length of a strip of paper is measured using a ruler. What is the length of the strip of paper? You're starting from 0. You get 6 and 5 lines. Gaps are there, 5 millimeters. So straight away you can write 6.5 centimeters, because these are in centimeters. Small lines represent millimeters. Example number 2. What is the length of PQ in the diagram shown above? Now here 1 to this much, not starting from 0. So you can't just read the value. Just read it and subtract 1. So what's the length here? 6.8. So 6.8 centimeters are there. But you have to subtract 1 centimeter because starting value is not 0. So subtract 1. You can put 0 there. So when you subtract 1, 8, 6 minus 1, 5. 5.8 centimeters. Exercise 15.2. The table below gives some activities in our daily life which involves measuring length. Copy the table. Write 4 more examples of activities in our daily life which involves measuring length in the table. Complete the table by writing suitable measuring tools or instruments and units of measurement. So we'll see what are the measurements. Tom measured the length of a straight line drawn in his exercise book. So just a line segment. Suitable measuring tools or instrument and the unit. So you can use 15 centimeter ruler for that. 15 centimeter ruler. Units. So it can be millimeters or centimeter if it's a small one. So we'll take centimeters. To measure the depth of a drinking glass. So something like this, that's centimeters. Okay, so you can measure with a 15 centimeter ruler. Can be centimeters. To measure the thickness of a wooden plank. Thickness, it can be millimeters. So millimeters, so 15 centimeter ruler is enough. You can measure in millimeters. Tom measured the length of a school building. So we need a measuring tape or 10 meter measuring tape. So that's a little bit bigger length. So measuring tape we can take. And this is in meters. To measure the width of the drain. Width of the drain. So you can take the measuring tape. Width of the drain. So if it's something like this, so you can take the measuring tape and not meters, centimeters enough. To measure the height of a wall. Height of a wall. So you can use the measuring tape. So that's like meters. So this one, width of the drain. Length of a drain, it can be meters, but width of the drain, you can use centimeters. So you have to write down some more examples. Height of a person. Height of Nima. So you can use the meter ruler or the measuring tape. Meter ruler. So this can be meters or centimeters also possible. Then height of a CR book. We don't say height, we'll say length of a CR book. Length of a CR book. So here this big, so you can take 30 centimeter ruler. That's enough. So you get, you can access 15 centimeter ruler. That's a small ruler in your geometry set, and 30 centimeter ruler also you take to schools. You can measure with 30 centimeter ruler. So that is in centimeters. Then what else? What are the other things you can measure? Height, length. So we did thickness. So thickness of a wire. very small. So you can use 15 centimeter ruler. So the measurements in millimeters, thickness of a wire. And what else we can measure? Think about another length. So measure the width of the drain. So we can measure the teacher's table, length of teacher's table. Length of teacher's table. So that can be, you can use meter ruler. And it can be in centimeters or meters. Centimeters possible. What is the length of each of the straight lines shown below? So you have to measure. So when you are measuring, you can't sometimes read at once. So if the length is a long one, but if you draw on a paper, that means less than 30 centimeters. So you can use 30 centimeter ruler to measure this length. So I'll take this one. So you have to keep 0 point on one end and then measure the length. So here to here, I see 13.8. 13.8 centimeters. This one, here to here, 14.6. So here this one, keep on top of 0, the one end on top of 0. I have the facility to drag this ruler. If you can't measure it, what you do, you can mark it 30 centimeter. Again, keep the ruler there. So, and add it. This one is 24.9. 24.9 centimeters. Measure and write the length and the width of the given rectangle. Note, the length of the longer side of the rectangle is considered as its length and the length of the shorter side considered as its width. So normally we say longer side is the length, shorter one is the width. So length. Take the ruler and we'll measure this length. Keep on top of 0 with one edge and here one vertex point. Keep on top of 0 and then we can measure here 11.5. Now width, I need to rotate this and keep this one on top of 0 and measure this length. 6.7. Here 5, 6, 7, 6.7. So width is equal to 6.7 centimeters. Measure and write down the thickness of a 5 rupee coin. So you can do that. So you can take your 15 centimeter ruler and measure the 5 rupee coin. Use the meter ruler and take measurements of the length and the width of the teacher's table. So this is an activity for you. You can do that. The length and the width of the classroom, the length and the width of the blackboard, the depth of a gutter or a pit, the height from the ground to the bottom edge of the blackboard. So here lower end to this point. So you can do all these using a meter ruler. The diagram below shows a piece of chalk. Your friend says that the piece of chalk shown above has a length of 8 centimeters and 2 millimeters. Do you agree with your friend? Explain your answer giving reasons. We can't agree because the other end is here, not with 0 point. So, not agree with who's this person? With the friend. Actual length is what? Actual length is 8 and 2 millimeters. Subtract 2. That means 6 centimeters and 2 millimeters. Because not started to measure from 0. So you have to start to measure from 0 if you want the exact value. Example 1. Express 8 centimeters in millimeters. What you do? You multiply by 10. So you get 80 millimeters. Express 60 millimeters in centimeters. You divide by 10. So you get 6 centimeters. Example number 3. Express 27 millimeters in centimeters and millimeters. So 27 I can split to 20 and 7. So 20 millimeters I can divide by 10 and write centimeters. And this is in millimeters. So what's the answer? You get 2 centimeters and 7 millimeters. Express 0.7 centimeters in millimeters. You can multiply by 10. When you are multiplying, the decimal point moves one place to the right. 7 millimeters. 35 millimeters in centimeters. Divide by 10. Move the decimal place one place to the left. 3.5 centimeters. Express 5.3 centimeters in millimeters. Multiply by 10. Move the decimal place one place to the right. That's 53 millimeters. Example number 7. In Parami's pencil box, there are several pencils. The length of red pencil is 13.3. The length of blue pencil is 138 millimeters. The length of the yellow pencil is 12 centimeters and 8 millimeters. Out of these pencils, which one is the longest? Explain your answer. So 13.3 centimeters. That's red one. Blue one, this is in millimeters. How can you convert to centimeters? You divide by 10. That becomes 13.8 centimeters. The yellow one, I can write 12 centimeters and 8 millimeters. That's okay because I can compare. So which one is the longest? This one is the longest. So longest pencil is blue one because this is 13.8. 13 is bigger than 12 and the decimal place 8 is more than 3. Exercise 15.3. Express each of the following lengths given in centimeters in terms of millimeters. So how we do? Divide by 10. When you are dividing by 10, the 0 get cancelled out. 4 centimeters. Divide by 10. 24 centimeters. This 0 get cancelled out. 28 centimeters. This becomes 7 centimeters. Divide by 10. Divide by 10, you get 45 centimeters. Here 10 centimeters. So millimeters to centimeters, divide the value by 10. Complete the blanks below. 8 centimeter, 4 millimeters. 8 centimeter, when you convert to millimeters, that's multiplied by 10, 80. 80 and 4 becomes 84. 15 centimeters and 8 millimeters. So 15 centimeters multiplied by 10, you get 150. 150 plus 8, 158 millimeters. 35 centimeters and 7 millimeters. Convert to millimeters, multiply by 10 and add 7, 357 millimeters. Express each of the following lengths given in centimeters in terms of millimeters. Multiply by 10. This becomes 70. 15 becomes 150 millimeters. And what about here? 5 when you convert, that's 50 millimeters. And this 4 becomes 54 millimeters. 22 centimeters and 5 millimeters. So when you convert this, you get 220 millimeters and plus 5. Answer is 225 millimeters. 8.6 multiplied by 10. When you multiply by 10, the decimal place moves to the right by 1 place. 86 millimeters. 0.4 centimeter. Move the decimal place 1 place to the right. 4 millimeters. Express each of the following lengths given in millimeters in terms of centimeters and millimeters. So you have to split. 12 I can write 10 plus 2. 10 divide by 10. That's 1 centimeter and 2 millimeters. 138. 130 plus 8. When you divide this by 10, I get 13 centimeters and 8 millimeters. Only first value I can divide by 10 and write in centimeters. 235, I can write 230 plus 5. This is 23 centimeters and here 5 millimeters. 301, I can write 300 plus 1. 300, when I divide by 10, I get 30 centimeters and 1 millimeter. This is in both centimeters and millimeters. Express each of the following lengths given in millimeters in terms of centimeters. So what you do? You divide by 10. When you divide by 10, the decimal place moves to the left by 1 unit. So you get 2.5 centimeters. 3 millimeters here, 1 place to the left. 0.3 centimeters. Here 1 place, you get 12.3 centimeters. Nethmi's middle finger is 5.8 centimeters long. Amaya's middle finger is 57 millimeters long. Amali's middle finger is 5 centimeter 9 millimeters long. Nethmi, Amaya and Amali. Write the lengths of the middle fingers of Nethmi, Amali and Amaya in millimeters. Nethmi first. 5.8 centimeters. So multiply by 10. 58 millimeters. Then Amaya. 57 millimeters. Already in millimeters. Then Amali. We can convert 5 centimeters to millimeters. That's multiply by 10, 50. 50 and 9, 59 millimeters. Who has the longest middle finger? So when you compare this one, 59 is the larger value than 58 and larger value than 57. 57 is the smallest. So 59 means Amali's middle finger is the longest. That's the longest finger. The lengths of 3 straight line segments are as below. First straight line is 18 centimeters. The second one is 195 in millimeters. And the third one is 18 centimeters and 7 millimeters. Write the length of each straight line above in millimeters. First one, 18 centimeters to millimeters multiplied by 10. 180 millimeters. Second one, 195, already they are in millimeters. Then third one, 18 centimeters, convert to millimeters, multiply by 10, 180 plus 7, 187 millimeters. So this is the first one, second one and the third. Then which is the shortest line segment? Look at carefully. 180 is the smallest value and the largest is 195. So 180 means the first line segment is the shortest. First line segment is the shortest. Look at this one. 3 students measured the length of a pencil. Their records are as follows. Gayan wrote 133 millimeters as the length. Suresh wrote 13 centimeter and 3 millimeters as the length. Asit wrote 13.3 centimeters as the length. Explain with reasons that the 3 students have obtained the same measurement. Units are different, so we'll convert everything to 1 unit. Gayan, 133 millimeters. We'll keep in millimeters. Then Suresh, 13 centimeters means 13 multiplied by 10 and then add 333 millimeters. So you get the same thing. Asit wrote 13.3 centimeters as the length. That's multiplied by 10. Move the decimal place, 1 place to the right. You get 133. So all are the same. Example number 1. Express 7 meters in centimeters. Multiply by 100. 700 centimeters. 6 meters and 23 centimeters in centimeters. We'll multiply this by 100 to convert to centimeters. And add this one, 23. 600 plus 23, 623 centimeters. Example 3. Express 800 centimeters in meters. Centimeters in meters. So divide by 100. 8 meters. 875 centimeters in meters. So I can split 875 as 800 plus 75. This one I can convert to meters. So 8 meters and 75 centimeters. Example number 5. Express 7.85 meters in centimeters. Multiply by 100. When you multiply by 100, move the decimal place 2 places to the right. 785 centimeters. Example 6. Express 54 centimeters in meters. So what you do? You have to divide by 100. When you are dividing by 100, move the decimal place 2 places to the left. 0.54 meters. Exercise 15.4. Write each of the lengths below in centimeters. Multiply by 100. You get 1000 centimeters. 675 multiplied by 100 means put 2 zeros. 667,500. This one, meters, you can convert to centimeters. So multiply by 100. And then add 25. 200 plus 25, 225 centimeters. 8 meters and 18 centimeters. Multiply by 100, you get 800 plus 18. 818 centimeters. 6.95 multiplied by 100 means move the decimal point 2 places to the right. 695 centimeters. Again this one, move the decimal place 2 places to the right. When you multiply by 100, 1108 centimeters, 1108 centimeters. Write each of the lengths below in meters and centimeters. So we can split it. 105, I can write 100 plus 5. 100 means divide by 100, 1 meter and 5 centimeters remaining. 318, I can write 300 plus 80. When you divide this by 100, that's 3 meters and 18 centimeters. 1508. I can write 1005 plus 8. When you divide by 100, you get 15 meters and 8 centimeters. This one, 20,000 plus 1. When you divide by 100, you get 200 meters and 1 centimeter. 1025 centimeters. So 1000 plus 25. Divide by 100, that's 10 meters and 25 centimeters. Write each of the lengths below in meters. Divide by 100. When you divide by 100, you get 1 meter. 500 divided by 100, that's 5 meters. 1100 divided by 100, what happens? These 2 zeros get cancelled out. 11 meters. 2 zeros get cancelled out, you get 250 meters. 96 centimeters. Divide by 100 means move the decimal place 2 places to the left. 0.96. Here 2 places to the left, 0.49 meters. 1.25 meters. From here 13.49. So when you convert to meters, divide this by 100. The heights of 3 students are given below. Height of Anjula, height of Saranga and height of Supun. Write the heights of each student in centimeters and who is the tallest student. So we'll convert to centimeters. So Anjula is 156 centimeters, already in centimeters. Saranga, 1 meter, that means 100 centimeters plus 53. 153 centimeters. Supun, 1.6 meters multiplied by 100. Move the decimal place 2 places to the right. 160 centimeters. Now who is the tallest? Supun. Supun is the tallest. So you can write Supun is the tallest. Pubudini has a red ribbon 1.5 meters long. 1.5 meters long. A blue ribbon. This is red one. Blue ribbon 105 centimeters. White ribbon 1 meter 55 centimeters. What is the color of the longest ribbon? We can't identify, so we'll convert everything to centimeters. 1 meter means 100. Half of a meter means 50. 100 plus 50, 150 centimeters. This is already in centimeters. You can write as it is. And this one, 1 meter means 100 centimeters. 100 plus 55, 155 centimeters. Now you can find out the longest one, 155. So the white ribbon is the longest one. Why? What's the explanation? You can write 155 is greater than 150, that's greater than 105. So 105 is the shortest one. 3 workers A, B and C are digging a drain. The depth of the drain completed by each worker is given below. Which worker has done the least amount of digging? Explain your answer. So we'll convert everything to centimeters. Meters to centimeter multiplied by 100. So 1, 2 places. So 180 centimeters. B worker already in centimeters, that's 108. And C worker, 1 meter means 100. 100 plus 18, 118 centimeters. So which worker has done the least? Least means the smallest value. Smallest value is 108. 108 is the smallest one. So this is the smallest. Which worker? B. B has done least amount. Minraj threw a stone a distance of 1830 centimeters. Dinuraj threw the same stone a distance of 18.03. So we'll write down Minraj 1830 centimeters. Dinuraj 18.03 meters, and Kavishka says that Minraj threw the stone a longer distance than Dinraj did. Do you agree with Kavishka? Give your reason for your answer. So we'll convert this one to centimeters, multiply by 100. Move the decimal place 2 places to the right. 1803 centimeters. Now, which one is bigger? We know 1803 is smaller than 1830. So 1803 means Dinuraj. And this is Minraj. So do you agree with Kavishka? It says Minraj threw the stone a longer distance than Dinuraj. Yes, that's true. So this distance is more. Do you agree? Yes. Agree with Kavishka. Example number 1. Express 5 kilometers in meters. You multiply by 1000. 5000 meters. 3 kilometers, 750 meters in meters. So we'll convert 3 kilometers to meters. That's 3000. Multiply by 1000 and add 750. You get 3750 meters. 5000 meters in kilometers. You do the other way around. Divide by 1000. 5 kilometers. 3725 in kilometers and meters. So I can split it. I want to split 3725 to 3725. Now convert this value to kilometers, divide by 1000. So 3 kilometers are there. And the remaining part, that's 725 meters. Exercise 15.5. Express each of the distance given below in meters. Multiply by 1000. 3000 meters. Multiply by 1000 means you put 3 zeros. 16 becomes 16,000 meters. This one you have to convert this to meters first. 15 multiplied by 1000, that's 15,000 plus 25, you get 15,025 meters. 2 kilometers when you convert, this is 2000 and 750. So you need to write in meters and adding 750 to that, 2750 meters. Express each of the distances given below in kilometers. So divide by 1000. Divide by 1000 means 3 zeros get cancelled out. 3 kilometers. These 3 get cancelled out. 12 kilometers. These 3 get cancelled out. 25 kilometers. Now here there are no 3 zeros. So you move the decimal place 3 places to the left. 0.5 kilometers. express each of the distances given below in kilometers and meters. So what we do? You can split it. Split this one, 3000 plus 750. 3000 I can divide by 1000. That's 3 kilometers and 715 meters. 1005 I can split. 1000 plus 5. 1000 divided by 1000, that's 1 kilometer and 5 meters. 2030. 2000 plus 30. When you divide this by 1000, you get 2 kilometers and 30 meters. How can we split this one? 15,000 plus 120. When you divide by 1000, this is 15 kilometers and 120 meters. This one I can split 20,000 plus 225. Then when you divide this by 1000, it becomes 20 kilometers and this one 225 meters. Question number 4. Naveen, Gayan and Kasun took part in the marathon at the school sports meet. Naveen had run 1,850 meters. Gayan had run 1 kilometer and 800 meters. And Kasun had run 1 kilometer and 90 meters in 10 minutes. Express the distance run by each student in meters. So this one already there. So this one how you convert to meters? 1 kilometer means 1000. 1000 plus 800, 1800 meters. 1 kilometer is 1000, 1000 plus 90, 1090 meters. Then which athlete is ahead of the other two? Give reasons for your answer. So distance we know. Time is the same in 10 minutes. So time is the same. So what can you say about the speed? Speed is the distance divided by time. When this is a constant value, so that means when distance is more, the speed is more. So which athlete got more distance? 1,850. Naveen is the ahead of other two. So here you can write distance wise 1,850 is more than 1,800. That's more than 1,090. So this is Naveen. Naveen is ahead of the other two. Give reasons for your answer. So you have to think about time is the same. So when speed is high means you run faster. Exercise 15.6. A wooden plank has the thickness of about 2 centimeters. 67 such planks are arranged one on top of the other. Estimate the height of the set of planks. So you can write thickness of one plank, 2 centimeters. So what about thickness of 67 planks? You just multiply by 67. that's in centimeters. 2 times 7, 14. 1 remaining. 2 times 6, 12 plus 1, 30. So 134 centimeter is the height. In the staircase shown here, one step has a height about 15 centimeters. Estimate the vertical distance traveled by a person who has climbed to the top of the staircase. Give your answer in meters. So how many steps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 steps are there. So you have to multiply by 7. So you can write height of the staircase. One is 15 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Multiply by 7. 7 times 5, 35. And 7 times 1, 7 plus 3, 10. So this is in centimeters. They asked to convert in meters. So what you do? You divide by 100. So when you divide by 100, move the decimal place 2 places to the left. 1.05 meters. The photograph here shows a pile of books. 20 such piles are to be kept on a rack, having a height of 2 meters. Explain whether this can be done. So here that means the rack is 2 meters. We'll check. So how many books are there? So this whole pile is 15 centimeters. So you have to keep 20 such piles. So we'll first find what is the height of 20 such piles. 1 is 15. Multiply by 20 and see. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3. 300 centimeters. When you convert to meters, that means you have to divide by 100. You get 3 meters. But the rack is 2 meters. So 3 meters is bigger than 2 meters. So you can't keep all these piles. Cannot be done. Because the pile height is more than the rack height. Example number 1. Every morning, Nimali walks 1 round around the park. Find the total distance she walks around the park in 2 days. So she walks only 1 round. 2 days means you have to multiply by 2. So what's the perimeter? So we'll write in a column so that it's easy to add. Meters, centimeters. So we'll start from here. 110, 68. 115, 87. 112, 50. And 119 and 95. So we'll add it together. So if this is more than 100, you have to take as meters. So we'll add it. 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 5, 20. 2 remaining. 10 plus 6, 16. 16 and 5, 21. 21 plus 9, 30. So you put 0 and take 3 here. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 3, 19. And take 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 459 meters and 0 centimeters. So that's 1 day. 2 days. You have to multiply this by 2. So 459 meters into 2. What's the answer? 2 times 9, 18. 1 remaining. 2 times 5, 10 plus 1, 11. 1 remaining. 2 times 4, 8 plus 1, 9. 918 meters are there. That's the total distance she walked for 2 days. Example number 2. The width of a rectangle is 12. Its width is twice as the length is twice as the width. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. So when you draw this, if it's 12, 12 times 2 becomes 24. So sketch the diagram, and what's the perimeter? You add 24, 12, 24, 12 together. So when you add all these, you get 72. 24 and 24, 48. 12 and 12 becomes 24. So when you add these two, you get 12, 1 and 7. 72 centimeters is the perimeter of this rectangle. Exercise 15.7. Consider the square grid below. The length of side of a square given in dark lines is 1 centimeter. Find the perimeter of each of the colored figure drawn on the grid. So we can just add 1 centimeter. So we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So first one is 8 centimeters. Second one, we'll start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 centimeters. Because 1 square means 1 centimeter. We'll start here. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 centimeters. This one will start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 centimeters. Find the perimeter of each of the figures below. So we need to add. First one, all in centimeters. You can just add it. 6 plus 8, 14. 14 plus 5, 19 centimeters. This one, centimeters, millimeters. 4. No millimeters. We can put zeros. 3 and 5. 0, 5. And here 3 and 5. Add it together. 5 and 5, 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters, you can put 0 and take 1, because 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. So what's the answer? 11 centimeters is the perimeter. This one, centimeters and millimeters. 5 centimeter, 3. 5 centimeter, nothing. 9 centimeter, 8. 5 centimeter, 3. Just add it. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 3, 14. So you put 4 and take 1 there because 10 is the maximum. You can't keep 10. 10, you have to move it to the other place. 10 and this 10, 20, 25. So you get 25 centimeters and 4 millimeters. This one, meters and centimeters. 8, 75. 3, 25. 12, 33. 4, 33. Add it together. 5 and 5, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. 13 plus 3, 16. 1 you can take here. 8 plus 2, 10. 13, 16. And take 1 here. 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. 14 plus 4, 18. 1 there. So that becomes 2. So 28 meters and 66 centimeters is the perimeter of this figure. Find the perimeter of the square in the picture. Side length is 7. So what's the perimeter? You multiply by 4. 4 times 7, you get 28 centimeters. A rectangle is shown here. Find its perimeter. So you just add it. Perimeter becomes 16 plus 16 plus 5 and 5. Twice you have to add because this is 5 and this is 16. 6 and 6, 12. 12 and 10, 22. 2 remaining. 2, 3, 4. 42 centimeters is the perimeter of this rectangle. Find the perimeter of the parallelogram in the picture. So parallelogram means opposite sides are equal. This is 11 and this is 6. So what's the perimeter? 6 plus 11 plus 6 plus 11. So add it. You get 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 6, 14. 1, you can take it here. 1 and 1, 2. 2 and 1, 3. So 34 centimeters. Again check. 11 and 11, 22. 22 plus 12, 34. So 34 centimeters. The perimeter of each of the figures below is 24 centimeters. Find the length of a side of each figure. So perimeter is 24. So how you find out one side here? You divide by 4. Divide by 4. That means 6 centimeters. 3 sided of the triangle are equal. That means equilateral triangle. So what is length of one side? You have to divide by 3. 24 divided by 3. That becomes 8 centimeters. The 6 sides of the picture is equal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how you find out length of one side? You divide by 6 then. 24 divided by 6, you get 4 centimeters. A rectangular plot of land has a length of 50 meters. and a width of 45 meters. A wire fence is to be put up around it. Find the length of a single strand of wire needed to build the fence. So that means basically the perimeter. So perimeter 45, 45, 50 and 50. 90 here, 50 and 50, 100. 190 meters. So that's the length of wire needed. Because this is just one single strand. Question number 8. The length of a rectangle is 7 centimeters. If its perimeter is 20, then what is its width? Now, if this is 7, this is also 7, but we don't know the width. So, when you subtract these two lengths, you get these two. When you divide by 2, you get the width. So, what's the width, total width? The perimeter is 20 and minus 7 plus 7. So, you get 20 minus 14, that's 6 centimeters for total width. So, divide by 2, you get the width. 6 divided by 2, 3 centimeters is the width of the rectangle. So, this is 3 and this is 3. Now, check whether the perimeter is 20. 7 and 7, 14. 14 plus 6, you get 20. Question number 9. The rectangular wall hanging shown below is to be decorated by pasting a colored ribbon around it. Chitra says that 1.5 meters of colored ribbon is enough for the decoration. Do you agree with her? Explain your answer. Length is 50, width is 30. So, what's the perimeter? 50, 50, 30, 30. 100 plus 60, 160 centimeters. This is in centimeters. Convert to meters and centimeters. This is, we can split 100 and 60. 100 becomes, when you divide by 100, this is 1 meter and 60 centimeters. But 1.5 means 1 meter and 50 centimeters, because 100 is 1, half means divide by 2, that's 50. So what do you think? Do you agree with her? No. Because we need, it's not enough. So she said enough. So this one is 1 meter 60 centimeters is more than 1 meter 50 centimeters. So not enough. So she needs another 10 centimeter length. Question number 10. Find the perimeter of the figure shown here. We did that. So when you take this one to here, this one to here, and here to here, and here to here, you get a square. So what's the perimeter of a square? 10 times 4. One side is 10 multiplied by 40 centimeters. So we completed all theory related to lengths. So conversion is important here. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters and 1 meter is 100 centimeters. and kilometer and meters, that's 1000 meters is 1 kilometer. The perimeter of a plane figure is the sum of the lengths of the sides of that figure. So practice all exercises and examples and thorough with the conversions and adding lengths.